Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the coursework presentation for 360 MC. It's for the final media project, and first of all, I'll start off by the title of my project. It's called The Tales of the Ents. Those of you who don't know, Ents refers to someone's hometown or area or where they're from. There's also another working title called No One's Promised Tomorrow. The film is a criminal drama, I would call it. It's got elements of crime with a lot of elements of drama where the social issues in certain parts of South London come into play. I will try to keep this film as real as possible by representing the reality of South London and certain parts of the suburb. However, I will also like to make sure that the wider audience understands the film and understands what it's about and where it's coming from. What this film intends to show is the social problem where greed forces young people to sort of lose their mind in a way in order to acquire materials and possessions and respect of their peers. To keep everyone happy, the film will be a 15+, so in that way we can get the best of both worlds really. People at 15 are young and they're not old, so they're right bang in the middle. Selling points of this piece is that it's made by someone that's experienced the reality of living in inner city London. So I believe that me personally starting and making this project will be a very good unique selling point, as many other directors out there that aren't from the area won't certainly know about the inner workings of a place, regardless of how much research they do. The rationale behind this film is that recently one of my friends was brutally murdered at a funeral. People have their views about who our friend was, what sort of person he was. To me, he was always a good man, an honest man. So yeah, it's upset me so much that I've had to sort of make a film around the area. Sort of make it about the area where our friend grew up and lived. His life was ended at 21, which is very sad, knowing that I'm also 21 and we both went primary school together, secondary school and college. I came to university and he didn't, and his life was cut short. So yeah, that's one reason behind why I would like to make this film. One of the other reasons that I wish to make this film is that I want to steer away from these common stereotypes that are placed in inner city London. Most of the stereotypes are that most of the young kids there are sort of useless or have no brain. Well, being a person from this city, I know I was predicted 0 GCSEs in secondary school. I left with 10. But if someone did want to get good marks, get good grades, I know it's certainly possible. And there's many people like that in London. I choose to also make this film is to sort of get rid of that ignorance around and that stigma around people of that part of London. Dialogue is a very important part when it comes to filming a film in inner city South London. Most people don't realise, but South London is almost like it's got its own language and its own grammar. People may not be aware of it, but for example, the Eastern has a very Cockney accent, which is very distinct and very recognisable. So those of you that watch EastEnders will be able to tell the accent, even if you've never met a person from London or that part of London before. So the way people speak in South London, it's a lot of is heavily influenced by hip hop and heavily influenced by American slang and American gang culture. So at the minute, I've seen sort of TV shows and other sort of films made about inner city London. They have been good. I can't say that they haven't been good. They've sort of raised issues that other films may not have and other TV series may not have. However, to me, being an inner city London young person, it didn't seem as real as life actually is in parts of London. So TV programs such as Top Boy, which recently came on Channel 4, which was good. I have to say it did raise issues, but using hip hop artists such as Kano, I'm not sure if it did justice to the narrative. This project is being backed by people that are just as enthusiastic as me. I've spoken to my friend C on the phone earlier, and yeah, here's what he had to say. So yeah.
Okay, my name is John Lewis. I study acting and media at Kingston University, and I'm a part of this project. I'm just gonna add my input into it. Well, firstly, I'm going to contribute to the writing because I've experienced a lot of like knife crime and gun crime and stuff like that. So I feel like if I write it, it's a bit more personal and I can make it feel, and while acting, it will be more believable because it's actually coming from me and I've actually experienced that. So I'm going to add to the writing, and not only that, obviously acting, I've done acting at uni and I've been through other projects. So acting to my blood, and obviously as I said before, I've experienced this firsthand, so I can bring my experience to the character and make it more realistic and more believable, and eventually people want to watch it. I live not too far away from where we're going to be shooting, and I actually went to the secondary school, so I mean that's quite convenient for me, and I believe obviously the fact that I went to the secondary school gives that sense of realism, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think that'll come across in my acting. And yeah.
In conclusion, 360MC has been a wonderful module. It's been very enlightening and it's been very, very generous in the way that it lets us choose what we want to do. It lets us choose all the creative aspects. So I can't wait to film this final project. I just can't wait to move on to 361MC and carry on with this amazing film that we have lined up. I hope I've got you excited for the release of the short film coming in summer 2012. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.